We know that these drug organizations are seeking to undermine the rule of law in the states that border the United States, the states of northern Mexico. And that is an issue for us, as well as guarding against spillover violence of the type that we have seen plague Mexico these past few years. So that remains a continuing challenge and a continuing concern. And I'm not here to run a victory lap about the numbers, because while the numbers are significantly better, and it's time for the American people to understand that the investments we have been making along the border are producing significant and tangible results, we have to continue to make those investments, and we have to continue to sustain those efforts. But I think the amount of resources we've put at the border with Mexico shows how serious this administration is. So, given the deployment of resources, given the statistical framework, it is simply inaccurate to state, as too many have, that the border with Mexico is overrun or out of control. This statement, I think sometimes it's made to score some political points, you know, but it's wrong. It's just plain wrong. And continuing to make these assertions in the face of everything that's happening and everything that's been done not only has negative consequences for our own border communities, but it also it disrespects the significant efforts of the law enforcement men and women we have put down on that border, who work every day, day in and day out, to make sure that we do have a safe and secure border region. And we not only have a safe border region, but we keep it that way. The reality is that many of our country's safest communities are actually at the border, and violent crime rates in border communities have remained flat or have actually fallen in the past few years. We have seen improvement in all statistical areas when it comes to border enforcement. But the misperceptions that are out there, and it's a lot easier to say the negative than the positive, but those misperceptions are hurting. They're hurting cities like San Diego and El Paso. They're hurting communities like Nogales, Arizona, who live on, work in, and need jobs in communities along this side of the border.